Surprise, surprise, surprise. Every now and then I'll go way, way late night on my time. It's like 10:30 p.m. Columbia time. We run on Central time and half the year, and then another half the year on Eastern time. Right now it's 10:30 p.m. Central. So I got to call these late night or early morning, depending on where you're at in the world, because we got all kind of people in the Philippines and Australia, New Zealand. They're all over the place. So, and I got the team sending me messages too. We've been working all day. I just came out not too long ago of the review. I'll give y'all some updates, and I'm gonna give y'all some things that YAHUAH's put on my heart. Hold on one second. Okay, one second. Team working with me right now. We be going at it, man. We do kingdom business. Period. Hardcore kingdom business. And so many people, what I found, just let some time go by. Just let that time go by. And then you understand where when the Savior talked about those that endure to the end, and then the emissaries talked about those that endure to the end. Yeah, good shout out, buddy. Let me get a mic check. Buddy just reminded me while the team's sending me messages. All right, team, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I gotta tell the team I'm all good. They sending me messages. We got like crazy communication systems over here with this project. All right. Let's do some shout outs before I go in. And the beautiful part about the lives is that they're evergreen. Do y'all know we hit over 4 million views? Over 4 million views. 4 million. Thank you for the feedback, Sister Queen, Brother Deontay. Yolanda's in the building. Thank you, Sister Ebony. Emily's up in here, Horatia. It's gonna be funny because so many people have went to bed on, I'm gonna see 10:30, which is 11:30 Eastern. Some people going to bed. I typically go to sleep around 1 a.m. to 1:30. It's very rare I go to sleep before 1 a.m. I wake up around 7, typically 7, 6:50-ish. 7. I only need about 6 hours of sleep. That's me. Now you gotta listen to your body. You gotta listen to your body. Your body might need more sleep. I need on average around 6. Sometimes I'll get up with 4. Sometimes I'll sleep in a couple hours extra and I'll go 8. Y'all understand? Some chapstick on, man. Who else is in here? Travis is in the building. Travis like, I'm supposed to be sleeping. Y'all wait. I'm gonna give y'all some juice. Who else is in here? Buddy's in here. Draymond's in here. He said, we up, it's on and popping. Archella's in here. Jay Cordova's in the building. Shannon Collier's up in here. Queen Nelson, Guardian Keeper's in the building. She guardian. She guarding the building. Sister Michaela's up in here. Hey, I see you, sis. Coming down to Sukkot, Columbia. I see you, Sister Michaela. Yolanda's up in here. Yolanda, did they tell me you're coming to Sukkot? Put that in the chat, Yolanda, if you're coming to Sukkot. Because I'm busy reviewing, because we're close to getting it to where there's going to be about 10 or 15 of y'all come in on the second layer of review. And then once it passes that screen, just a higher level, then it goes to the typesetter, then the print. So, Sister Hannah's in the building. Hannah Tello. What you doing, Hannah? Jermaine Ford is up in here. Who is Righteous Rider? Put your name in the chat. Y'all got all these sign names. Sister Liz, Aloha Steele. See, it just so happens I know Aloha Steele is Liz. Elizabeth Razul Steele. You don't think I know your name, do you? I got you, sis. All right, I'm just checking y'all out. If you're watching the replay, you're like, okay, what's he doing? I'm just warming it up because I'm going to go hard. Melanie Summers is in the paint. She done jumped in here, throw it inside to Melanie. She's all up against. Oh, Melanie with the hook shot. Score. Let it go, Mel. Estelle is in the building. Let me see. What you doing? Yolanda, you coming down here? Let me see. She goes, yes, I sure am coming to Sukkot. Ooh, I'm going to get to meet Yolanda. Y'all not even going to believe it. I got surprises forever when you get down here. Forever. Hey, I can't say everything I need to say. I'm going to say you don't know who I am. I know for a fact. You don't know. And I can't tell you all the details about what's going on. I can say, shout out to my sister Amber House in the building. She coming down here with her two beautiful daughters. She coming all the way down to Columbia for the Sukkot. I can tell you some high-level bullet points, like those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Like you got to be very wise right now. You're going to have to learn to make great decisions. The kingdom of YAHUAH comes down to decisions. The kingdom of YAHUAH comes down to decisions. The team, I already told you I'm good. They're still sending me messages. All right. I'm done. All right. They're good. Ready to go, team. The kingdom of YAHUAH comes down to decisions. The decisions that you and I make more than any other factor will determine our destiny. What's going to happen to us? Whatever you get is based on the decisions you have made. Your decisions are attracting your reality. Say it one more time. Your decisions are attracting what you experience, your reality. So every day, whatever you experience, don't think that that's like, oh, that's just by happenstance or, oh, that's just kind of way it goes. No. That's what you attracted, good or bad. So if you got things that you don't really like, you got to go look in the mirror and go, I got to get better if I'm not attracting the right things in my life. I got to think better. I got to get more clear. And see, YAHUAH is very simple, but he's very stark. YAHUAH is very simple, but he's very stark. He's very straight to the point. And there's no wiggle room with YAHUAH. Let me prove it. Never flew in my eye. Narrow is the path that leads to eternal life, and few enter. Narrow. So when you think of narrow, you don't think of going zigzagging. Soon as you hear the word narrow, you go, oh, I gotta be disciplined. You should be thinking that. I gotta, like, if I'm riding a bike and it says you better stay on this narrow path. If you don't, there's a cliff on the right and on the left. Now, who's got it? If you decide to ride down the path, if you get on a bike or motorcycle or whatever, and you go down a narrow path and they tell you there's a cliff on the right and there's a cliff on the left, you better stay on the narrow path. Otherwise, do not go down this path. Simple. Simple. It's easy work. YAHUAH's kingdom works the same way. Here's the narrow path. There's a cliff for a fact. There's a spiritual cliff on the right. There's a spiritual cliff on the left. You better stay on that path if you want to follow YAHUAH. And that path to keep you on the straight and narrow path is going to be based on great daily decisions. You're going to have to decide to pick up your stake every day and follow him. And you're going to have to present your body and your decisions as a living sacrifice. Let me tell you something about YAHUAH. YAHUAH is nowhere near your comfort zone. He ain't in there. How do I know? I've been living on this earth for 57 years, going at it as hard as I could go to try to figure out as much as I can figure, to press this life, extend, test at the hardest levels. You don't know who I am and what I've done and what I've been through to say what I'm saying. And if you mess around and you doubt what you're hearing, you just made, listen, I want you to listen carefully. You made a fatal mistake, because you're going to have to go in the mirror and go, what price have I paid to be able to have the audacity to make powerful, bold decisions? And if you can go in that mirror and pass that test, then you have now graduated to where you now are ready to face YAHUAH. It's a big one. Brother Benjamin in the building. So the true scriptures, why am I doing this live? Because as I was reviewing like crazy today, and those of you that are currently in the review, you can see I got notes that they're firing out. And if you don't see the notes, it's because maybe you're not doing as much in there, but you're reading. But if you go through and you can see all the notes being taken down, those of you that are not doing much with the notes, but you see most people in there with the notes, if you see them notes coming down, that means I'm in there tackling them notes. And I was ripping today. Let me tell you something. I'm convinced, verse by verse, that the true scriptures are going to prove the truth. That's where I came up with the title. It's from the review. The review of the true scriptures. I'm going, man, this thing's about to go into print. When it goes into print, it's going out into the world. Now, you got to bring the King James, the NIV, the scriptures, the BYNV, the Sefer. You got to bring the Amplify. You got to bring all of them up. Pagan names, no pagan names. They all got to come up. They got to come on up. Shall we go up? Every one of them got to come up. And they got to go stand that test of the true scriptures. They're going to have to go get right now. We coming close to the time of many people, many organizations, many books, many writings are now about to have to come up and approach the test. I'm telling y'all, are you listening to the words I'm saying? Emily, Ebony, are y'all listening? Like you can't just be talking about this. You know what I love about Promote the Truth and about our team? We've been doing lives on YouTube for about a year and a half, but we've been following YAHUAH for 18 years. And the Promote the Truth website has been up for around 18 years. So we proved ourselves mega faithful before any of y'all got here. And if anybody thinks that we're going to stop or they're going to smear or they're going to what? I don't know what you're thinking. Any negative about Promote the Truth is futile and it's fatal to your eternity. You should just love on us, applaud. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because I know all the people here with the team. I know all the ins and outs, the intricacies. Shout out to my brother Matt Wells. I know. Fam, I know him. I know me. We ain't got nothing but love for people. And we can't help what we know. We just know, I know what I know. My team knows what they know. We rock solid. We're very dependable. And you can't trust nobody that don't guard the commandments. The only people on earth you can trust, y'all better listen to me, because you're going to get caught up in mama, daddy, brother, sister, uncle, cousin, friends that's been rocking with you forever. If they don't guard the commandments, you got to keep one eye looking at them a little bit. You got to make a decision. Why is the true scripture so crucial right now? Let's get ready to go up, man. I'm propping it. So tonight or today, depending on where you're at, this message is a prop message. I gotta prop it. If y'all hit the like button, if you're on YouTube, hit like, hit share. You know, I didn't know how many people. I'm like, how many people gonna join? I don't know. Yahuwah said, you don't worry about that. You just talk. I heard it in my spirit. I'm like, it's late. I'm getting ready to wind down. He says, no, tell him. So I heard it in my spirit to tell you that the true scriptures will prove the truth. Thank you, Sister Queen. Sister Queen says, thank you for your dedication and servanthood for Yahuwah. The real ones understand. Like Sister Queen, they get the assignment. They go, all right, I see. Real recognizes real. See, the true scriptures, when it comes up to test, because it's going to, the true scriptures more than anything is going to test everything in the world. It's going to test people. It's going to test your thoughts. It's going to test your philosophies. It's going to test translations. It's going to test everything. Like, I don't even have it up on the screen. I haven't put it on the screen. Like tsinfo.org. I think I'm going to start doing a daily because now it's urgent time. Because we got a few months before the campaign. And anybody that didn't get to at least an Opal package, they're gonna be frustrated for real. Hardcover. See this? That's why I pat it. This is the Beretta Dash hardcover, but it's professionally stamped. See that stamp in there? There's less than 400 of these in the world. These will never be sold. So like this version will never be sold. You won't see another one. None. I got probably 15, 20 of the overflow extra copies. So it's less than 400. I will never sell them, ever. They'll probably just sit in a box forever. So if you go to tsinfo.org, you remember how I smacked it? Look, I'm going to smack it one more time. There's going to be a Tanakh come out into the world. Put it in the chat if you got a hardcover Beretta Dash. Put it in the chat. If you can tap that thing. There's going to be just a handful of people in the world. It's going to be in the hundreds. It's not going to be in the thousands at this rate unless something crazy happens. And it could. I don't limit Yahuwah. But right now, it's going to be in the hundreds of people that have a hardcover Tanakh that has that stamp inside. Brandon Teller said he got his hardcover. Anna Tatum, she said she got her hardcover. Draymond got a hardcover. See, you got to be able to say it. With the Tanakh, you got to say it. Because that's the foundation of the scriptures. And to have the true scriptures that's going to go and it's going to challenge everybody and everything. It's the word The word of YAHUAH is going to divide. Nothing will be hidden. See, you never had a word of YAHUAH. That's true. You have had words around and about somebody that could be, but you didn't know the name of the creator. Now, you got the word that has the creator, all of his philosophies, all of his ways in it. And it pins him as the only savior. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the fam who said, let's get this thing done. I'm proud of us because we are fully restoring. I put a couple of bullet points before I came on here. I'm like, it's late night for me. Not for me. I'm talking about late night to do a late night live, to do a live. Your mind, he said, it separates the joints from the marrow. So it's late night to do a live, I should say. And I'm going to do it much later. We're going to call it extra, right? But we are now going to fully restore Yahuwah's name. Because there's translations that are coming out that they restore his name, but they don't fully restore his name. Come on, y'all. Put some fire emojis in the chat. If y'all understand the difference between restoring Yahuwah's name and fully restoring Yahuwah's name. Because fully means he is the Mashiyha. He got to be full. He got to be one. Now, you're going to tell me all the translations in the world. You're going to go through all your emotions. Some of y'all been supported for, 6 months. Some of y'all for 9 months. Some of y'all for a year. Some of y'all for 2-3 years. Some of y'all go back several years where you weren't able to financially support, but you were engaged. You were sending messages in. You were, spreading the content. We are part of the fully restoring Yahuwah's name. That's amazing. Yahuwah. And see, you're going to learn, like Mashiyha. That name is so beautiful. Just the words, like Yahuwah, the most gorgeous, beautiful name in the world. Next to Mashiyha. Mashiyha is such a subtle, powerful name. And see, like in English, we give a lot of credence to the word Messiah. We go, Messiah. Oh, Savior. But the correct is the Mashiyha. The Mashiyha. The Mashiyha. The Mash. Mash. You understand? Masha. The rescuer is Yahuwah. Mashiyha. The rescuer, Yahuwah, saves you. Yahuwah in Mashiyha is Yahuwah rescuing you. Every time you hear the word Mashiyha, you gotta listen. You gotta say Yahuwah. That means he's rescuing me. Who? Because Masha was the man on earth. Mashiyha is Yahuwah is the rescuer. The rescuer is Yahuwah. Mashiyha. Yahuwah is the rescuer. So every time I hear Mashiyha, and Mashiyha means the rescuer, the savior. I don't have to say ha. So all these people out there in the world going, Yahushua HaMashiyah, they think they're like, they got some Hebrew in them. But they don't know, to the real ones, they sound ridiculous. I used to be the same way, thinking I had something. Thinking I had something special. Yahuwah HaMashiyah. No. As soon as you put that not with Yahuwah's name, you don't put that in there. It's Yahuwah Mashiyha. Because Mashiyha means the Savior, the rescuer. We're restoring Yahuwah's name as the Mashiyha. The second point that I wanted to talk about, and how that the true scriptures are going to prove the truth, is because we purge, flush. We're doing a scriptural enema on vowel points. I hate. Yahuwah hates. Anybody that's real in the name of Yahuwah hates vowel points. We hate them. Why? It's a man-made, human-made corruption. The hell with them vowel points. You only want to get us to not say Yahuwah's name with vowel points. You're running all that game for the end game, but we just clipped you. So the true scriptures, the point I made on that was that we just obliterated the vowel points. The Masoretes, if there was a council of them sitting across from me, they would go, how'd you figure this out? They'd be so frustrated, and I wouldn't argue with them people. I would only ask them some questions, and then they would be so furious. And if anybody was in the audience that was not allowed to be manipulated but could just observe, they would go, he's making them look like fools with questions. He's not even giving them any answers. He's making them answer, and their answers are asinine. 3, the true scriptures corrects over 3,200 names that have been corrupted. Did I make that point to y'all clear or not? We now got over 3,200 names that we have proven have been corrupted. Just what we've done. We're at a minimum 3,200 names of people and places that have been corrupted, and we fixed it. With any names in the true scriptures, any names of people or names of places, you will never see a J, a W, a V, or an E, or an O in any name of a person, and throughout all the true scriptures, from Bereshit, Genesis, all the way to Revelation Hazun, you're not going to see any name of a person or a place that has a J, a W, a V, an E, or an O. Fam, that seems like so, minuscule, possibly? Do y'all know what I just told you? Do you know this sets our translation completely apart? And that there's no other translations that we know of? Just read names of all the different versions. You're going to pick up one translation after the next. And if it has a J, or a W or a V or an E or an O in it, you can be sure you now have your hands on a corrupted translation. If it's involving a name of a person or a place, we got to think about that. See, now I'm giving you, in this particular live, I'm giving you some intricacies. I don't know what YAHUAH wants me to talk about. He said, I just feel an impression to go live, so I'm live. Then I made some notes. See, this is crucial because it's going to deal with identity, prophecy, inheritance, and understanding bloodlines and the geography of the covenant people. See, what you're going to learn by us getting rid of the J's, the W's, the V's, the E's, and the O's, when you're starting to read through it, and now some of y'all are going to work your way back in your genealogy, and you're going to work back and understand you are from them 12 tribes. You'll see. I'll prove that later. Because I don't know in my spirit, anybody that's really attached to what we're doing here, to this mission, anybody's like really attached. In my spirit, I don't feel anybody that's really attracted and attached to what we're doing unless they're from the 12 tribes. And even then, just like with the 12 tribes, YAHUAH is going to sort. Because in those 12 tribes, there were people that did a lot of crooked, twisted, jealous, a lot of jealous stuff goes on. YAHUAH just always sorts. And you'll see a lot of jealous stuff pop up. And YAHUAH will just remove it. Here, nothing's coming down again. This will never, ever be destroyed again, ever. YAHUAH's word will only elevate from here. It will not ever be smashed down ever again. I promise you. Now watch this. The true scriptures is going to prove it's the truth. And another way it's going to do so is because it completely removes all pagan influences and any and all church doctrine. See, that might go over a lot of people's heads because as we begin to develop and build a community together, that's why I love, what we're doing with Sukkot in Colombia, which y'all not gonna hardly hear me talk about it at all. YAHUAH told me 3 days. He says, lean on it for 3 days. Don't talk about it no more. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then Lena told me today, she goes, you know what happened? I said, what? She goes, last year for Sukkot, we promoted it for 5 months. And then after 5 months, we had 20 families that were able to come down to Colombia. And she heard me the other day. I said, YAHUAH's telling me, promote, make it available, because we were not going to make it available. But to just maybe 10 people that were, and half of them were staff. That's not all the staff. We got a lot more than staff. But talking about people that we knew could just get here connected quick. Watch this. 5 months last year. Lady told me this today. 5 months. Do y'all know in 3 days, Lena said she working with the owners of the resort, of the camp spot. This is a resort camping area. And they had nailed down 30 families could come. I wasn't paying attention. I did what I did. I did what I do. I put it out there. I communicated it. YAHUAH said 3 days. Lena came in to me, was it last night or night before last? And she says, honey, there's 45. At that time, it was 45 families. So she now gets on the phone because we have connections with the owner of the resort. and says, can y'all, because it's a holiday weekend, the holiday weekend during that time, and then during that week, it happens to be like the kids are on break. They have what's called a fall break here. So it really puts all this pressure on that campground. It's going to be sold out. Lena comes to me and she's on the phone with the owner. So we didn't think that, we thought we were going to send messages out to like 15, 20 people. Y'all can't come. Lena worked it out to where they were able to secure 50. That was it. 50 families. I don't know if y'all heard what I said. Last year, 20 families. Around, and that equaled about 40, 41 people showed up. This year, 50 sold out. 3 days, not 5 months. 3 days of me just talking about it. Yahuwah impressed on me. Talk. See, my sheep will hear my voice. Talk quick. So I just talked. 3 days. Lena said we're going to have somewhere around 90. So for those of y'all that were here last year, there was 41. There's going to be somewhere around 90 to 100 Yahuans here in a 3-day span. 3.5 days. I give the half some credit. And Lena been negotiating and talking and working with the people all day. I saw her all day today. They're working it out. How to make all that happen. And to get the workers and the extra staff and people that weren't planning on coming on the team now got to come. Extra staff, extra security. It's crazy what they're doing. Yeah, those that have ears to hear better listen. 5 months promoting 20 families. 3 days, Yahuwah says, just lean on it. He says, don't talk about it hardly at all. I just mentioned it from here and there. So I'm done. You won't hear me lean on it. I don't care I got all my emotion out of it. It's gone. My emotion's gone. I'm disciplined in Yahuwah. I got to get this 144. That's all I got. Yahuwah said, get the 144. You've been through too much. You know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want the kingdom. You just can't want Yahuwah. You're going to have to discipline yourself to Yahuwah. And you can't say Yahuwah over everything without doing everything for Yahuwah. You can't do it. And then you got to get his message. So I'm going to do my best. And I'm so thankful and grateful we got YouTube. Because I'm going to do my best to give y'all great training, great information as much as I can. But you're going to have to be very independent when it comes to learning how to get Yahuwah's ways down. You're going to have to be very independent on it. And I'm going to tell you, there's going to be like the people, there's a certain personality type that once they get information, they immediately want to try to lead and teach. I'm just, you do it if you want to. Yahuwah he's gonna pummel you. You got to be extraordinary. You got to be a great servant, very great in humility, and hungry to learn before Yahuwah will elevate you to teach. Nobody gets to teach and stay in the kingdom now without crazy, extreme humility and that had been a servant first. Nobody. You think you're going to jump up in there? You can't buy your way? I don't care. People go, well, I'm purple diamond. You can't buy Yahuwah. You just supported what you should have been doing. You got to be disciplined in your actions. So what we've done is we removed that church doctrine. That's why I'm leaning on that. Because see, in the church, you can manipulate, you can skate around it, you can do all kind of weird stuff and get elevated. You can't do that in the kingdom. And the true scriptures have zero church doctrine, no pagan influence. God has still got a lot of people. Jesus, Lord, Christ, holy, glory. All them words still got a lot of people. True scriptures got none of that. The next thing you want to know about the true scriptures is everything in the true scriptures aligns with the remnant for Yahuwah's return. Y'all get that? So the true scriptures, because it's authentic writings, it's in complete alignment with the remnant that Yahuwah talks about in Hazum. All of the translations, they are in contradiction with the remnant. They're talking and speaking about the remnant, but then it teaches things against the remnant. Remnant behaviors. The remnant, they do extraordinary things. They're not normal. What you're going to find in the true scriptures is a blueprint. You're going to know. Like you're going to be reading the true scriptures and you're going to go, okay, I know how to live my life. Like there's so many people elevated just by the Brit Hadash. Wait till you get to Tanakh. So the training, I got a lot of training to do. And the core of the training I'm going to do is going to be from the Tanakh. And then you're going to see the agreement of the Brit Hadash with the Tanakh. And so this time is so critical that we can get together because I'm going to be just ripping training through the Tanakh. And when this gets out to your hands and I tell y'all, turn to this page and turn to that page, it's going to be so awesome. Because you're going to learn who Yahuwah is. You're going to know him. And I promise you that you just have not known him yet. Anybody comes in here right now and says, I know Yahuwah. Like if you're in the chat, you go, I know Yahuwah. I'm going to tell you, you're a liar. And the truth is not in you. Unless you got the true scriptures in your hands. And you've already been through the Tanakh. Now, reviewers, so like for example, if Melanie or Yamani or Daniel or Brother Bill or Sherry, some of these folks that are reviewing and the team is reviewing behind them, if they came to me and says, hey, I know Yahuwah now, I go, all right. And I would ask them a few questions. And it would prove that they know him because I will ask them questions from the Tanakh to prove that they know him. Once you know Yahuwah, that's when you have eternal life. All who call on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. Do you understand what the word call means? Call out. Out. That means you got to have an outward experience, and that perpetuates, meaning I call out. If you think for a second, I got it, you're dead. He's going to throw you in a lake. You got to call out, and then you got to reach out. You got to do out. You got to live out. You got to be all out. Your out is just continually pushing to not limit him at all. to learn everything you can learn until these eyes close. Once you got that mentality, you know him. But if you go, hey, I called on Yahuwah, I repented, and now I'm going through my routines. I'm keeping the Shabbat, the food laws. We're going to get the tent and everything set up. But you ain't doing the all out, call out. You ain't working the out and call out in the kahal. The kahal is the called out ones. If you ain't working the out and the called out, you fooled yourself. And the truth is not in you. Hey, you can take this any way you want it. You better go back and look at that ark. You better go talk to Noah. If you think it's any different, he said, as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall be at the end. See, I think a lot of people think that 144,000 is coming out of the people that's here, like right now. What if? Let me do some spiritual play with y'all to get you to think. What if that had to deal with the next resurrection or the resurrection? YAHUAH, Mashiyha said, Baruch are those who were part of the first resurrection. For the power of death has no power over them. Death has no power over them. It has no chance. If your kahal is not right, if you're not working your all out, death still has power over you. You're going to have wisdom. I pray for your wisdom and understanding, fam. I do. I pray for your wisdom and understanding because I know for a fact in my whole soul, very few people are going to make it. And I live my life like, boy, you're going to barely escape if you don't you got to stay on point just to barely escape. Just to barely escape. Yahuwah going to put the pressure on this earth. He going to put the pressure on your heart, on your actions, on your thoughts. He going to put the pressure on it. It's easy to sit there and get excited when you hear the truth. But I'm going to tell you, when there ain't all these people in here and the chat ain't blowing up and then the people not group dynamic, man, it's another thing to choose Yahuwah in your quiet time. I wish all of y'all nothing but power, peace, love. But man, I know the pressure is going to come on this world. And it's going to sort most people. It just is. And the only people going to make it through this thing, this is my belief, they're going to have the true scriptures. I don't know how a person can make it into eternity right now without the true scriptures. I don't know. Once you study Yahuwah and study his original ways and what he meant, and then you go, nobody knew about him? Oh, that's why. People now knowing about him, but they don't really walk with him like that? Oh, that's why. There's only a few that can do this? Who? How? What is it? What do they do? How did they make it? How did Yahu, Elijah, how did he hold on when he almost went crazy? What did he do? What did Yahu do that pleased Yahuwah so much? And nobody even talks about him. Yahuwah sent me to get rid of all the counterfeit in this world. What we get ready to do with the true scriptures, I made a few notes here I'm going to close out with. We corrected misinterpretations of verbs and tenses. When I was going through it, I'm sitting there and I'm reviewing. As I was translating, I'm like, man, you know what? We got the verbs and the tenses correct. Because you got to know when there's a Hebrew word that has no vowels right there, you're going to have to know how to rely on the verb and the tense. So that's where Yahuwah is going, do you know me? So when he don't put a verb there, how do you know how to let the, because you got to have a verb there to get the pronunciation out. Yahuwah says, I will teach you all things. This is deep, man. We're going to get the grammar, the tenses, and even subjects correct that have caused so much misinterpretation. Everything in the true scriptures is settled with all of that. We got the what? The grammar, the tenses, and even the subjects. Man, it's like we're going to school, like we're going to college, except you can understand it all. And you get to have the cliff notes that are the notes. We're going to obliviate theological confusion. We're going to expose the Masoretes for who they are. They were a sectarian group trying their best to preserve rabbinical, aka parashim, aka Pharisees, teachings. Because they alter so many verses that's beyond recognition of who Yahuwah is. I'm going to tell y'all something. Melanie, you listen to this. My teacher. Professional teacher. She'll tell you. She'll come on. When I say this part, Melanie going to be like, everybody needs the true scriptures. 40 years. Hardcore. Heart in the trenches for her students. For the realness. For what's real. Want to do what's right. Principle. Integrity. That's my sister Melanie. Listen. Everybody listen to what I'm saying about the true scriptures. Now, y'all look. Because we were this close to doing a telethon tomorrow. And I decided not to do it. I'm literally, the flyers made up, the team had it scheduled for us to do a telethon tomorrow on the 31st. And they came to me and I said, I went in my spirit, I said, no, I gotta stay on the hammer. I'm gonna go hardcore in the review tomorrow. All day. I'm gonna spend 6 hours minimum in review tomorrow. We were going to do a telethon. I was going to teach y'all a lot of stuff tomorrow. But now I'm going to have to depend on this message permeating throughout Promote the Truth. Hundreds of thousands of people that are our subscribers. Shout out to every subscriber. Man, y'all know what it means when you hit that subscribe and the like button. It means so much to the kingdom. It's just you, but you represent this kingdom. So when you hit that subscribe button, you activate kingdom principles in your life. Believe it or not, you'll see it. Just watch the subtle things. YAHUAH will give you crumbs that leads to bigger things. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that kind of good stuff. But listen to what I'm going to say here. Everybody, I set this up. On average, this is why the true scriptures are so critical. On average, nearly every verse in the Tanakh, Old Testament, has at least one word influenced by vowel pointing. You hear that, Melanie? Y'all hear that, fam? Every verse on average. Every verse has at least one word. What are we talking about? I think there's like 23,000 verses. I'm going to say it one more again. There's around 23,000 verses in the Tanakh, Old Testament. 23,000, fam. And on average, every one of them has at least one word that's been corrupted, been influenced by vowel pointing. My granddaddy said, great day. Melanie, you hear what I just said? That means tens of thousands of areas was begging for restoration. And we did it. 3 years, 2 months, meticulously translating. I never even went to mail about all this. I never went to Sherry about all this. I never went to the team about all this. I'm just doing it. But when I went back and studied it and go, all right, now I got to go ahead and go to war to get people to think right, to get them to reason. And I go back and I'm telling you, every single verse on average, it'd be rare. It probably maybe like a 4 or 5 word verse might make it through. But on average, every one of them verses has got a corruption in it because of the vowel points. But what we did is we restored what was corrupted through tsinfo.org. If you're not like, man, I'm going all out, I'm going all in, I gotta give my best for that. That's some serious discipline. I gotta support that. Come on, Kyle. I gotta get in the trenches with that. I gotta back that up because I want to read a version. Who wants to have their hands on a version? You wake up in the morning, go through your routine. You wake up, or whatever you do, you like me, I wake up, I want to look at the scriptures. So that's the first thing I want to do. But if you want to go to the bathroom, you want to get some coffee, you want to do a workout, sometime or another, a spiritual person of YAHUAH is going to reach for scriptures. Don't you want to reach over and grab something that you can count on? Like, okay, I got something that don't have any vowel point influence in it. It has no corruption in it. It's done everything in its power to get what YAHUAH wanted me to understand in order through words that I can understand. You don't think that's worth going crazy support for? Like, back that up, march that out, be proud of, support it with your resources, and grab other people. Say, get your ass over here. What you doing? What? See, most people, man, they thinking about other people's opinions. You got OPI, OPE, OPM. Those work to make your life better. OPI, OPE, OPM, OPI. Other people's ideas that work, they got to work. Well, that's why we made a song, What's Working. The church's words ain't working. The Christian words ain't working. The philosophies, the lifestyle, the principles, it ain't working. So OPI, their ideas don't work. I need other people's ideas that work. Successful people use other people's ideas that work. And what YAHUAH did was said, I'm going to put my ideas in the minds of my prophets and of my emissaries, and they're going to bring them to the earth. Who else has brought them? Who else has brought YAHUAH's words to the earth? YAHUAH talked to Mashiyha, which ended up being a prophet, and he brought the word to the earth. He brought the ideas of YAHUAH to the earth. Well, those ideas work. OPE, other people's efforts. You got to have a team around you working together for a common purpose. If you got people OPE and their efforts are not working with you, some of y'all jacked up right now because your OPE is jacked up. You're around the wrong people. You got the wrong efforts around you. If we got to pick up a refrigerator and carry it out the house, down some stairs, and somebody goes to pick it up and then their phone rings and they go to answer their phone. While y'all hold the refrigerator, 4 people, 1 on each corner, a person's phone rings. What kind of effort you got if they answer their phone? Some of you got people in your house now, and you saying you love YAHUAH, but you keep staying in the house with somebody that answers their phone when you go carry their refrigerator. You now are carrying the ark. See, you heard the ark of the covenant that had the commandments in it. You ain't even picked this up yet, who you are. YAHUAH said, I'm going to come and live in you. We become the ark. We're carrying the covenant. I got the covenant of YAHUAH that I'm carrying. And now I'm carrying it, and I'm expecting the person over there on that side to do their job. I can't walk with you unless we agree. I got to carry my weight. You got to carry your weight. YAHUAH ain't letting us just go in by ourselves. He says, it ain't good for man or woman to be alone. Benjamin said, I'm working on getting out of this house. Brother Ben, I feel it. Y'all can't work on it. You got to do it. YAHUAH is about drastic. I'm telling you, I understand. I got compassion. I got empathy. I understand, but you're dealing with a drastic person. I've done some of the most drastic stuff ever. Put myself in the most uncomfortable situations, but I could go look in the mirror and go, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. We standing here all uncomfortable, but it ain't gonna be this way. It's gonna get better. Back when I didn't even know YAHUAH, I would do it. Now I know YAHUAH, I still do it. And that's, y'all don't even know, because y'all ain't around me all the time. I put myself in uncomfortable situations to this date. Man, I gotta come on here and tell y'all the truth. Do y'all know with what I know, I could come on here and tell you all kind of stuff and get all. We could have 4 or 5 million subscribers right now if I just told people what they want to hear. I know how to use the scriptures and go, all right, let me tell you this part and twist it over here. I could if I wanted to. But man, for what? To have nothing? To have a bunch of people clapping that don't give a damn? Them people that they would follow you for a lie, they'll kill you with that lie. You can't count on them people. Man, I gotta have OPE the right way. OPI, other people's ideas. Ideas. The way I think, you need to think. If you don't think the way I think, this is gonna trip y'all out. If you don't think the way I think, I shouldn't be around you. That's gonna trip y'all out. Because you gonna think that's you acting like you better than everybody. No. If YAHUAH is in you, you gotta first of all believe that YAHUAH is in me. Once I believe YAHUAH is in me, now I gotta go, I'm thinking the right way because it's YAHUAH helping me think. And if I see something a certain way and somebody goes, well, I don't see it that way. Either you're right or they're right. Either YAHUAH's in you or YAHUAH's in them. He goes, YAHUAH in you? Are you putting that work in like I'm putting that work in? And all y'all would have to say, that person over there ain't putting that work in. Y'all are here studying, supporting, you're writing notes, you're watching videos, you're sharing, and that person over there, they gonna give you their opinion from time to time. They're gonna pitch some ideas to you. Well, what about this, this, and this? They ain't putting in no work. The hell with their ideas. You gotta have the right ideas, and then they gotta be working with you. OPE, other people's efforts. This third one gonna make y'all laugh. OPM, other people's money. Ooh. Other people's money. Hey, everybody got to chip in for the common goal. It can't just be my money that moves YAHUAH's mission ahead. It's got to be other people's money that moves YAHUAH. Put some money on it. How many times y'all heard me say it? You believe what we doing? Put some money on it. Anybody don't put no money on it, they not rolling with you. Put some money on. That's why we got the campaign. I love the campaign because you can put some money on it. You can say, I believe you at least to my money. I got one of them M's right. I got one of those OPs right. I got the OPM. Here's some of my money. It ain't your money. It's my money. So when Brother Bill puts a contribution in, and then Sister Amber puts a contribution in, that's other people's money. I go, all right, yeah, I got some people. They got the OPM. Now, what else am I working? I'm working. Once you put the OPM in, if you don't put the OPM in, how in the hell are we going to listen to anything you got to say? Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing you can say. You selling, why are we going to listen to you if you ain't willing to put some money in? to the cause that we are saying we believe in. You got to go somewhere else and get your OPM straight. I put together a project and go, I believe this project is going to help everybody. Now everybody put some money on it. That's what I do. I only put projects together where I can go, whoever puts some money in it is going to benefit a lot of people. That's the only thing I do. OPM. You get a bunch of people doing a little bit, you got a massive opportunity, a massive project. United Bible Society. I was talking to our accountant today for Promote the Truth. She was like, man, everybody, we're moving. I see everything's happening. I said, this is barely scratching the surface. United Bible Society. They sell 20 million Bibles a year. The hell? Billions of dollars all these different Bible people are doing. They OPMing it, man. They're leveraging other people's money to perpetuate a lie. OPL, other people's lies. They busting out them lies left and right. They got an OPL perpetuating. They didn't even create the lie. That lie was created a long time ago, back in the garden. That's Satan's lie, other people's lie. And people putting in billions of dollars. We're saying, hey, everybody pitch in. Go to tsinfo.org, OPM. Put your money on. That way you can say, all right, I'm locked with one of the three core principles. Other people's efforts. Hey, I'm going to hit the like button. I'm going to share it. I'm going to go out and I'm going to witness. I'm going to get my brochures. Now you're working with us. Other people's ideas. You go look in the mirror, you go, man, ain't no way in the hell I know all what the people in Promote the Truth know after all these 18 years. Let me take my ideas, put them on the side for a second, clean my mind up, and say, hey, teach me what I need to know. Just imagine if we had about 25,000 hardcore other people's ideas, people who said, man, Brother Jay, Promote the Truth team, just teach me what I really need to know. Expedite it. Y'all know I got that juice. That's why the people coming to Sukkot, they're going to jump way ahead of most people. It's impossible not to. I'm going to OPI you. Because what I do, when I'm marking, I go, all right, you teach me the things of the kingdom. All that time you put in. Hardly anybody can pick up this pen, man. When you come and get around me, I'm going to OPI you. Boom. And you're going to expand. Your whole program will expand. And you think I'm OPIing you because you think I want to just feel important? I don't give a damn about that. I really don't. You can believe it if you either believe it or you don't. Either way, I don't care if you believe it or don't believe it. Because I know for a fact who I am way before you even got it here. You don't even know. But somebody got to talk. Somebody got to lead. If I just shut up and don't say nothing, how's anybody going to learn anything? So I got to be like courageous enough to go, I don't care what other people think. I'm just going to deliver Yahuwah's message in spite of the people who hate on me that don't have a clue about who my heart is and how I want them to do better and grow and expand the kingdom through OPE, other people's efforts. You see how it works? OPI, other people's ideas that work. I have an idea of Yahuwah. Man, it works. I proved it to you. I proved to you that I called on the name of Yahuwah over 18 years ago. I proved it. And we've had, I don't know how many, hundreds of thousands, if not millions. This isn't the millions. People come through and get the information, and tens of thousands start talking about it. And then thousands of them get it online. when there was nobody around. Isn't that crazy? Think about it. Very simple. Once you go OPI, somebody's ideas that work. Now, your job is to get the ideas that Yahuwah taught me. I can't help it, sent me. And master those core principles. You got to start with the core principles to where you're solid. How do I know you're solid? I'm just going to ask you questions. I want to do a training soon. It's called Questions. And I'm going to have about 30 people that they're going to have to be very humble. I'm going, all right, step up. I'm going to ask you a few questions. And after 30 questions, everybody that's watching or that was involved are going to go, we don't hardly know nothing about the kingdom. And you're going to be staring over and looking at me going, how do you know that? And then you're going to go, whoever's humble. There's going to be probably about 10% of you got egos. You're going to go away. But the rest of y'all going to go, man, I need to know that. I need to know that. And then I'm going to share it with you. Other people's efforts. We're going to work together. We're going to have a common cause. We're going to rally. We're going to do everything we can to push the mission. We're going to y'all understand. You give $3, $5, $10. The team takes a portion and says, all right, let's designate this over here for this marketing effort. Let's designate this to get this project done. Let's designate this to do this. Okay, such and such got to get some groceries. That's what they do. They raw. Such and such got to pay some rent to keep it moving. But they put in all them hours over it on study and research. All right, we got this project to do here. Oh, we got to order these books. Oh, we got to get these T-shirts ordered. We got to get these. It's just everybody gives a little bit. That efforts of the ideas, the efforts, the money, it makes the machine crank. But guess what kills all of that? And I'm out of here. OPO. The Satan negative from the pit of hell is OPO. Other people's opinions that don't count, that don't matter, that are from the pit of hell. They have no benefit. Other people's opinions. That's what's going to either make you or break you. If I listen to other people's opinions, y'all would not know about what's going on now with Yahuwah. The earth probably wouldn't know. It'd probably be way more years out before the earth knows. Other people's opinions. My mother, she won't even talk to me because she's a hardcore Christian. Somebody can send her this video. I go, Mama, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm here. But I'm following Yahuwah. And I would love to sit down with you and reasonably walk you through the scriptures and show you where the scriptures came from. You gave birth to me for me to be able to learn as much as I can learn. I learned that the King James, the one that you are relying on, it's a lie. Mama, what you want me to do? So that would be like how I would talk to I have talked to my mom like that before. She don't want to hear it. Okay. Am I gonna get all upset and mad and break down and stop? I can't function? No. I'm like, Mom, I love you. I appreciate you, but I gotta rock that fifth commandment. The way for me to honor you the best is to follow the Creator. That's how I love my mom. That's how I honor my mother the best. Don't let OPO stop you. You will hear all kind of people's opinions about promote the truth, about me, about the team. None of them people gonna put any money up. None of them. They ain't gonna do it. Y'all gonna get together with some people go, well, you know, Brother Jay, this and that. Listen, I got overseers. Contact an overseer and say, I got this issue with Brother Jay. I want to bring it directly to him. they will dial that up right to me. Now, if what you're saying is true, you got to put some money up. That's it. Because I ain't messing with nobody. So we'll put some money up over here. If you got anything negative on me to say, I'm open as long as you put some money up. But if you just want to talk, we're going to count that as you just selling them wolf tickets and you want to cause problems. Simple. Love y'all, man. I hope y'all got a lot out of this lesson. Yahuwah want me to show you the power of the true scriptures. Hopefully we did a good enough job on that. We'll continue to keep it rocking. Here we'll promote the truth. I want everybody to go to tsinfo.org. I want y'all to really consider OPMing with us and OPN and OPI. It's all wrapped up in the tsinfo.org. It's all wrapped up. I love it. That we can work together as a complete team. And then you, with that little thing that we do to promote the truth, you can start working those principles. You work them.